Hey there, welcome back for the final episode of this series. And we're going to take a look today at what you can buy for under $2 million here in Ocean City, New Jersey. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick Deckard. I am a local realtor here in Ocean City, serving only Ocean City. And if you want to be the first to know about everything happening here in this tight, hot market, make sure you hit subscribe down below and turn on that notification bell. I put out content 2 to 3 times each and every week, specifically on the real estate market here in town. In today's video, this is the broadest range that we're going to take a look at, from 1.25 million up to 2 million. We've got single families, we've got beachfront, we've got condos, we've got everything. So I'm going to pick and choose what we covered today. There are 45 properties to get through. So let's go. The very first property we have here is actually listed 2 times, but this is one of the few multifamily properties where you could realistically spend your time in one and rent out the other. This one does have a ground floor apartment. It's in a great location. It would rent very, very well, but we're going to go up in price from here. So let's see what we have on tap next. We do have a 4-bed, 2-bath first floor unit on the corner of 14th and Asbury. That one's fully rented out for the summer. So unless you are okay not spending any time in your property this coming summer, this one would not be the right option for you, not to mention the price is on the high side as well. Now, 1530 Asbury Avenue is a 3-bed, 2-bath new construction, asking $1.3 million. That is too rich for my blood for that location and that size, only having 3 bedrooms. So I would encourage you to take a look at other properties if you're looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath and see how far your money will go. We do have a new multifamily here comprised of 2 3-bedroom, I believe 1-bath duplexes down on 3rd Street. This one has no dedicated parking. This would be all fighting it out on the street. So while that might be okay from a rental standpoint, because believe it or not, it's not that renters don't care, but if you are transparent and upfront, it is something that will not hurt you. Different story from a personal use standpoint. But moving on, we have a unique property here that's a 3-bedroom mixed use property that was originally set up to be a storefront down on the first floor, the retail level. I believe they were trying to set that up from a restaurant standpoint. I'm not sure of where that ended up. I don't know enough about that to speak intelligently on it, so I will skip that one. But if you're looking for a mixed use property, that's one of the only ones on the market at the moment, especially in this range. Now we get to a bayfront 3-bed, 2-bath first floor of a duplex on the 18th Street Lagoon. It's a great spot. I mean, it's the only bayfront that you're going to get in this range at the moment. That may change in the future, but that is the first of the batch there. We have a very cool 4-bed, 2.5-bath located in a great part of town on 26th and Asbury. This one is a 2nd floor unit, asking $1,389,000. So that is one of the few 4 bedrooms that are on the market at the moment. 4 bedrooms have become an extremely hot ticket, and prices continue to jump up each and every time one sells. We have a lot here that is currently a parking lot. It will become a buildable lot for sale for $1.4 million. Over here, we have another new construction, and you're going to start to see a theme here that a lot of these are new construction between $1.25 million and $2 million. This is the first of the batch. This one's actually a duplex. This is not single family. This is located on what they call the beach block. To me, it's not really a beach block. It's the 800 block, which is a hike to the beach. All things considered, it's still pretty darn close. You only have to cross one street, but it's a long, long block. So don't let that term beach block mislead you. Here we have some more new constructions. This one on St. Charles Place, similar to the one above here on Park Place. That's 4-bed, 3-bath. This is 4-2, asking $1.4 million. We have our first little single family here on an excellent location on the 900 block, truly the beach block, on Delancey Place. Now, this is small. That is a steep price for a cottage like that. So this is all about the land. This is all about location. This property is completely fine to live in as it is, but it's, again, more about future value and building potential down the road because you simply cannot duplicate that location. Another new construction single family, this one on 11th and Bay. They've been building this for quite some time, 5 bedrooms. And you're going to see a couple that are similar to this in that $1.45 million to $1.65 million range that are single families in that central-ish part of town, but being away from the main action. Here we have a new listing at 16th and Wesley, asking $1.45 million. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath townhouse, if I'm remembering this one correctly. That's an excellent choice and in a great location as well. Everything here, again, as we're going up in price, you're probably going to feel some sticker shock. And there are reasons why a lot of these have been sitting out there and continue to, besides being new construction. Some of them are just simply priced a little bit too high. Here we have one on the 800 block of 6th Street. And this actually is pretty darn close to the beach and at 5 bedrooms. There's just not a lot of 5-bedroom units out there. This $1.5 million doesn't scare me off on that one. We have our first North Ender down on 2nd and Hayden, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, new construction. In this new construction on 16th and Asbury, this is not the entire property. This is a duplex. Here we have another single family down in the gardens end of the island, asking $1,550,000 at 5 bedrooms. So again, we're starting to really see the entry point for these 5-bedroom single family homes, whether it's new construction or current existing builds. We're going to see a few more of those as well. So here's another one down the north end at First and Simpson, asking $1.6 million for 5 beds. Here we have a very unique property. So this one is in the Flanders. This is the penthouse. This is completely unique compared to everything else that we've talked about and will talk about, simply because condo tel units where you have a full management staff and rental team on site working for you, it's a hands-off investment type. This simply doesn't come to market that often. Now, if you have to have full control, you want to use this property whenever you want, this simply isn't going to be for you. If you're more flexible on your use, this is an excellent way to make a substantial income. I do not recall the income on this property offhand, but to offset a lot of your costs, to have the crown jewel of the Flanders, to have excellent ocean views in a great location. So moving on, we have yet another single family here on West 14th Street. We have an existing build. This one has a pool. This is actually a very nice property down on 6th and Simpson, asking $1.6 million with 6 bedrooms. So again, definitely on the larger side. That one to me is more of a year-round location. You're near the primary school. You're back away from downtown Asbury, but still very accessible. It's a very interesting one that caught my eye when that did hit. Yet another new construction, $1.6 million for 5 beds, 3.5 baths. We have another new construction on 31st and West. The list goes on and on. We're going to hit page 2 here. So here we have another single family, and this one is substantially larger in square footage than the other ones that we've talked about, whether new or existing build. So there's a reason why that price point is what it is. And if you have a couple minutes, I would recommend that you take a look through some of these pictures. It's a great property. It's in a great location, whether year-round or second home, being right by the playground, the library, community center, you name it. It is an excellent spot. This one on Walnut is really the only one in the Riviera in this price range. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Riviera, make sure you check out this video linked here above that will take you through the different neighborhoods that we have here in Ocean City, so you can start to get a sense for where might be the right fit for you personally. That is a great 4-bedroom single, but again, comparing the price point of what you could get here if you're not dead set on the Riviera compared to other single families that we've talked about, that one simply doesn't make the cut. This here on 45th and Asbury is a 5-bedroom single family. So this is one of the few down the south end that you'll ever really see. They're predominantly duplexes down that end of the island. Not to say there aren't any single family homes, but there simply are way more duplexes than singles. That is an interesting one. Again, I think the price is a little bit high on that, but I do understand it because of the laws of supply and demand. When you're the only game in town, you take your shot, and there are pros and cons to that. I'll save that for another soapbox diatribe, but we will continue here. This 5-bedroom condo on 40th and Asbury on the bay side of the street, asking $1.7 million. Again, one of the few available down the south end, but if you're me, if I'm looking to spend around that amount and I don't necessarily need 5 bedrooms, we've got our first beachfront option here available at $1.75 million. This is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, first floor. Very nice inside, has a garage. Supposedly you have ocean views off of that deck. I've been to a lot of first floor beachfront units, and it's very hard to get a substantial ocean view because of the height of our dunes. So make sure if you are looking for a beachfront that you pay close attention to that view because that's why you're paying the big bucks anyway. Over here, we have another 4-bed, 2-bath duplex on 5th Street, asking $1,775,000. That is relatively new construction. You do have water views off of the deck, but again, that is a lot of money for a 4-bedroom condo when you could once again be on the beach for just about the same amount. Same beds, bath combo. This is another first floor unit down the south end, right on the beach. You can walk directly to one of the biggest beaches in town at 54th Street. Coming up on the home stretch here. So if you're still with me, stick around for a couple more minutes and we will get to the end of this list. When we get to the full $2 million price range, we can see what's out there. This new construction on St. Charles is extremely interesting simply because you have 6 bedrooms. It's very, very difficult, no matter who the architect is, to fit 6 bedrooms in a home here in Ocean City, simply because our lot sizes tend to be on the small side, especially in this part of town. So if you are looking for a new construction property, and this is a condo, not a single family, make sure that you check out the plans, make sure you check the measurements so you can get a sense for just how big or small these rooms are going to be in that property. Now, this one, we have a whole duplex for sale. This was a custom build. Both units are also available separately. We did cover those on the last videos, which are linked down below as well, if you want to check out different price points. That one to me is overpriced by a pretty material amount, but the market will tell if I am right or wrong. So I will keep an eye on that one. Now, another big single family down in the north end on 63 Simpson Road, asking $1,000,008. Here we have one of the interesting ones, simply because, again, that location on the 900 block of Delancey, and this is a big property. This is a 4-bed, 2-bath, one property off of the beach, not beachfront. There is a property in the way of your panoramic sort of views, but this is in a great location at $1,009,000. It is still on the high side, but once again, that location is very, very hard to beat. Very interesting one here on 26 Garfield Place, simply because the location. This isn't a part of town where there's still a lot of older, smaller cottages. The flooding used to be an issue back here. I believe they've made some improvements that may make this a more desirable area than it was in the past. But this is still a lot of money for a single family home, new construction or not, where you're far away from the beach and you're not on the bay, with some views that you will definitely have from the property. But again, that one is a little too high for my liking. Here we have a 5-bedroom condo down on 40th and Asbury. This would be the 2nd floor, asking $1,950,000. We have a single family home. This is actually very nicely designed on 12th and Simpson. But once again, for that part of town, that is a very, very high number. Last few. We have another one, and our second and last one in the Riviera here at 10 Spruce Road. This is a 5-bedroom, non-waterfront property, single family home that, once again, if the Riviera is the place you have to be, I get it. You only got 2 choices. But if it's me, I simply would not be willing to fork over that amount, given the other choices that we've already covered. This is a, once again, once in a blue moon type of property, the Wesley Mansion. This is a huge property. I would recommend that you take some time to dive into that if you're interested in multifamily dwellings, because the investment potential here is pretty substantial, given that location as well, on the corner of 8th and Wesley, just a few short blocks to the beach. We have 800 St. Charles, another new construction, but this one is single, which you don't see a ton of singles on this block in this part of town at the moment. Over time, when development continues, I think you'll see some of these newer single family homes there to replace the existing older ones. But this is a rare find at $1,990,000. I don't hate that. Now, that is on the corner, so you are exposed to Atlantic Avenue and traffic and noise that you would get from there. But as we all know, corner lots are prime real estate as well. So I will leave that up to you if you think that's a good choice. 2317 Bay Avenue. This was a single family that I thought was in good condition. I was a little bit surprised to see it get torn down and rebuilt because it was in fine shape and it was in an affordable single family range. So I was surprised that a developer won that bidding situation. But here we are at $2 million for a 5-bedroom home on Bay Avenue. Personally, that's not the one for me. Let's rattle off these last ones and we can all go home, even though I'm at home right now. Seabright Road, down in the gardens. So this is all about land value, not about the building whatsoever. Similar to 912 Delancey, I believe the address was. This is 100% about the land and what you could do with it. So if you're looking to build in the gardens, this is one of your very, very few choices and opportunities, especially on a lot that is this big. The last two we have down in the Breakers, which is a condo complex that is beachfront. We have one of the beachfront 3-bedroom units and a non-beachfront 4-bedroom unit. They're both asking the same amount. That is a high price for either of them. Personally speaking, I understand a little bit more for the true beachfront than I do for the non-beachfront, despite the extra bedroom, but I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we have currently available on the market for under 2 million and above $1.25 million. There is a link down in the description if you ever want to check out what's on the market whenever you're watching this. And that is a dynamic link. It will take you right to that price range where you can browse any properties currently available at the time. Check out the pictures, all that good stuff. Beautiful thing about that link, if you do have any questions about any properties you're looking at, there's a handy little button off to the right. Ask an agent, and that would fire the question directly to me, and I will get back to you ASAP. But in the meantime, thank you for spending your time here with me today. As always, if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, or as always, my contact info is in the description if you want to reach out directly. Appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you on the next video.